Hey guys, Scout here from the Hopeless Wanderer. So after the conference in Charleston, a few of you contacted me and were interested in how I break down just a tube of ointment or cream to put it into my first aid kit so I don't have to carry that whole tube. I don't have to worry about that breaking or getting a hole in it, and I can just have little single serve size of all the ointment without having to pay that horrible price that you get buying it for first aid refills. So the first thing I do, and this is just a little tip I picked up off the internet, so maybe you've seen it too, but first thing you want to do is get some plastic straws. You know, here in New York, well, I'm actually in Florida right now, but in New York we have QuickChek, which has all these very pretty rainbow neon straws. And the nice thing about this is this lets you color code what's inside. For instance, you know, this blue one, you know, maybe I'm going to put some muscle cream, some icy hot, something like that in there. Yellow, I know it's kind of gross, but this is what I use for the triple antibiotic because it kind of reminds me of pus, so triple antibiotic ointment. Green ones are usually, you know, Benadryl or your anti-itch cream. Red, even though this is kind of purple or pink, but you know, I might put burn cream in this to, you know, just kind of a little memory thing, even though I do label them with a Sharpie, just in case that rubs off, you know, as the bike's going down the road or whatever. It's just a little color coding, so it helps me remember what's inside. So the first thing you want to do is you just want to cut, you know, a section maybe about 1 inch long off of that. You know, that's all it takes. Just a quick little thing there. Now the little trick I've learned is that if you don't seal the ends first, it makes it much easier to put the cream in there because you don't have to worry about, you know, there's someplace for the air to go. So then you just leave a little end there on that end. And you squeeze it shut, and again, like I said, you're gonna lose some in the process because, you know, it's just inevitable that it's gonna end up squeezing out. So you're just gonna pinch it, regular pair of pliers, just like this. I do recommend getting ones that have a little bit of an insulated handle on them, just in case they get a little bit hot, because we are, you know, holding a flame to the end of them. And then you're just gonna, you know, you're just gonna melt the end. It's a little windy right now. You're just gonna melt the end together, you know, just like that. So it's you know, sealed up pretty nice and tight. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna squeeze the other end together. And again, you know, some will squeeze out. That's just usually, you know, how it goes. I do recommend having a paper towel or something, you know, close by that you can wipe your hands on, because this can get a little bit messy. Right? And then we're just going to take and we're going to burn the other end together, just like that. And you know, the second end usually takes a little bit longer because you've got stuff in there that's got to burn up and melt off. Right? So just give it a little squeeze. I like to give it, you know, just a little push, and as you can see there, I got just a little bit that's squeezing out there, which tells me I didn't get that done. So we're going to try to back the ointment away from that spot right there. Give it a little pinch in the pliers and see if we can get this going while the wind's not blowing so hard here in South Florida. Alright, so see there, we give it a little squeeze, we got pressure on both ends, and there you go. Remember, this doesn't have to be huge. This is just for one single serving. Maybe your allergy cream is going to be a little bit bigger, but for your antibiotic ointment, really, how much do you need to cover a cut or a scrape or something like that? What you can also do when you go to use this is you can take your scissors or your knife or whatever, you can just nip that little corner off, use as much as you need. Hopefully you got a pair of pliers in your toolkit. You can pinch that back together, remelt it. You don't have to worry about this leaking when you throw it back into your first aid kit. That's my biggest pet peeve with the ones you buy from the first aid resuppliers, is that once you open it, what do you do with it? There's no way to reseal it, and if you don't use it all, you just gotta throw it away, which to me is a waste. So I like to do this. So there you have it, D. Nice little color-coded ointment packets for your first aid kit. So I hope this helps some of you pack, and you know, it's kind of a tedious process when you go to do it, but it's great once it's done and you know you have all this stuff in your first aid kit. It's a little more durable than, you know, it'll withstand getting wet. It'll withstand, you know, digging through it with greasy fingers. You don't have to worry about ruining any of your first aid supplies with this. So there it is. I hope it helps. So for now, I'm Scout. I'm out. Adventure on.